If you do anything wrong in your life, and I find out about it, I'm going to try to take everything away from you. And I don't care what I find out. Could be today, tomorrow, 15, 20 years from now. If I find out, you're finished. Who's that? That's you. So, I did not want to go back and forth with Katt Williams like that. That bothered me so bad. That really bothered me. It was a setup, right? And remember, they tried to kill me this same weekend, not in jokes, with a real gun in my real face on real camera. Understand? I'm losing my life. The exclusive security video from the Atlanta Comedy Theater in Gwinnett County shows Wanda Smith and her husband by the front door, and then you see Katt Williams. If you've been scrolling through socials this week, you couldn't miss the chaos. Katt Williams is in the hot seat once again. This time, people are digging up that infamous moment with the late talk show host Wanda Smith, the one where Katt went off roasting her on her own platform. The clip is resurfacing like wildfire, and now folks are pointing fingers, saying Katt didn't just clown Wanda. He straight up wrecked the career she spent decades building. I do a really nice broccoli. They like my broccoli, and they love my baked chicken. Hey, right now, look up your phone and see what it takes to make broccoli, and tell me it doesn't say heat up water. That's the only step in broccoli. Simmer. Have you ever heard of burnt broccoli? Can you burn broccoli? The backlash is brutal. People are blasting him online, calling him a POS and demanding accountability. And here's the twist. This storm comes right after Katt publicly apologized for mocking Michael Jackson in one of his old comedy specials. Now fans are piling on, insisting he needs to apologize to Wanda's family too. But not everybody is buying that story. That's why I don't be coming out doing comedy all the time. 'Cause y'all the worst I've ever tried to entertain in my life. Dave Chappelle of all people stepped right into the fire to defend Katt Williams, and he's not holding back. Chappelle is saying straight up that the whole Wanda situation was nothing more than comedy, and Katt was just doing what he's always done, snapping back when somebody tried to test him. He even pointed out that people knew Katt was raw and unfiltered from the jump, so why act shocked now? I shouldn't have. Honestly, some of these things are the reason that the enemy decides to let you be famous, is your ability to tear down your own kind no matter how high they are. And Chappelle didn't stop there. He called out fans for being obsessed with digging through someone's past just to find dirt, dragging up clips from years ago, and trying to use them as weapons today. According to him, this cancel culture energy is overblown, and the internet is guilty of rewriting history for clicks and clout. This might be the noblest of professions, Chappelle added. Robin Williams had a bar that I loved. He said, "Comedy is the only job you can have where you can use everything you know." And that's true. You can use more than you know. If you use what you think, use it. Don't be afraid. Don't let these button your lip. Say it anyway. What really happened between Katt and Wanda? Why is this old interview suddenly resurfacing out of nowhere? And why does Chappelle believe the cancel crowd is once again blowing smoke out of thin air? Katt Williams recently came out with an apology aimed straight at Michael Jackson's family, admitting he regrets all those savage jokes he used to crack about MJ in his old comedy specials. He asked, "Were you at Under the Sound of My Voice? Do you have a real coworker? Do you have a ratchet friend? Do you have a sister? Do you have a cousin? Do you have a nephew? Do you have a niece? Is they so ghetto? When did that become marketable? Knock it off. They like her because she want to sleep with a white man. That's why the only thing she said was, I want to give it to Brad Pitt. The only thing before that in the movie with me is, I slept with this white man and I got a white baby. She had a white husband for the 14 years she's been doing comedy, then suddenly divorced him, then said he abused her, then wrote a book, then said he didn't, and now we're at Brad Pitt. So hey, you can say whatever you want. She says she got a disease for JJ. Don't nobody check for that. I support Lunel, Melanie Comerco, Miss Laura, all the people that got skipped over in the list between now and then. It's no shade to nobody. We are in the only business where as a black woman, what you look like is not supposed to be held against you. And time again, they show you that you can be sidetracked by anything light-skinned. Katt confessed that looking back, those shots at Michael weren't just jokes. They were part of something bigger, something darker. He revealed that in hindsight, he sees how the people who gave him the stage and cut the checks weren't innocent at all. According to Katt, there was an agenda behind it, an ugly setup designed to pit black men against each other and profit off the spectacle. And that's all it took for the internet to light up again. Trolls and critics blasted Katt Williams as a hypocrite, saying, if he's really sorry, then he owes apologies to a lot more people, starting with the late Wanda Smith. The backlash was instant and ugly, with fans flooding comment sections and timelines. One user wrote, Katt Williams is a POS for what he did to Wanda Smith. Another chimed in, I remember when Katt Williams went in on Wanda Smith and the whole city of Atlanta laughed and rode with Katt. It was funny back then, but Katt gets beside himself too much and disrespects people. Now Wanda's gone, and suddenly everyone in Atlanta wants to act like they had her back. I would haunt you lames. That comment alone set off a storm. But it's not all hate. Plenty of people are still standing with Katt, and one of the loudest defenders is Dave Chappelle. Chappelle even drew a bold comparison to his own controversy when folks tried to cancel him over his trans jokes. He stood tall and said, comedy is supposed to be the last safe zone where you can really speak your mind. And no comedian should let the cancel mob take their mic away. But this whole saga isn't just about cancel culture. There's a darker side of the Katt and Wanda drama that rarely gets the spotlight. Katt himself once claimed that Wanda and her husband didn't just get mad over jokes. They literally tried to take him out after things went left. That's right. Katt says this beef went way beyond comedy clubs and clapbacks. To give you the full picture, rewind to September 2018. Katt and fellow comedian Red Grant stopped by Frank and Wanda in the morning just to promote Red's upcoming shows in Atlanta. What should have been a light 20-minute laugh session turned into one of the messiest viral explosions Atlanta comedy had ever seen. Katt started by going in on Tiffany Haddish, pointing out that she scored a big Netflix bag without ever grinding it out on the road with a real comedy tour. He boldly claimed nobody could name a single original joke Tiffany had written. Then Katt pushed it even further, digging into the deeper issue. How the industry loves to hype up certain faces while ignoring truly talented black female comedians who never get the same shine. Meanwhile, Tiffany was being handed the spotlight even though, according to Katt, she hadn't put in the same sweat equity or built a stand-up legacy of her own. He claimed the whole reason Tiffany blew up had nothing to do with talent.